To ensure that all employees are properly informed about the Family Medical Leave Act, covered employers are required to post certain critical notices. These include general notices, eligibility notices, rights and responsibilities notices, and designation notices. All notices should be posted in English, and in cases where a large population of the workforce doesn't speak English, in other languages as well. Failure to post required notices can result in the employer being liable for compensation and benefits lost, as well as other monetary losses, due to the failure to properly notify employees of their FMLA rights. Required general notices include the FMLA poster. This poster should be displayed with text large enough to read in plain view, where all employees and applicants can see it. The poster should provide information on FMLA provisions and explain how to file a complaint with the Wage and Hour Division. Posters are available free of charge from the Department of Labor's Wage and Hour Division. Employers are allowed to distribute the information electronically, create their own poster, or use another format as long as all required information is included and it's easily accessible to all. In addition to the poster, FMLA information must also be provided to every employee through the employee handbook or other written means. If no handbook exists, the employer must give new employees a hard copy of the notice upon their hiring. There are also specific notices that employers are required to provide. One of these is the eligibility notice given to any employee who requests FMLA leave for the first time in the designated 12-month leave year. Unlike the general notice, this can be provided verbally or in writing within 5 business days of the initial request, or when the employer learns that an employee on leave may be out for an FMLA qualifying reason. The notice must be given in a language the employee understands and should inform them of their eligibility status. If the employee isn't eligible for FMLA leave, the notice must give them at least one reason why. Once an employee has been notified of eligibility, the employer isn't required to provide another notice for the same qualifying reason during the same leave year, or for a different qualifying reason if the employee's eligibility status hasn't changed. Rights and responsibilities notices must also be provided every time an eligibility notice is provided. This notice gives employees information about their rights under FMLA, their responsibilities in using FMLA leave, and the consequences of failing to meet those responsibilities. The rights and responsibilities notice must be in writing and include, if applicable, notice that the leave may be counted as FMLA leave, the FMLA leave year, certification requirements, the right of the employee to use accrued paid leave instead of FMLA, key employee status, that is status as an employee paid amongst the highest 10% of their company, job restoration and maintenance of benefits, and group health insurance premium payment requirements. Rights and responsibilities can be provided electronically using Form WH-381 or by any other means that meets all the requirements. A designated notice must be given to an employee within 5 business days of the determination that the requested leave qualifies under FMLA. This notice lets the employee know that the requested leave will be designated as FMLA leave and must include whether or not the employee will be required to substitute paid leave for unpaid FMLA leave, if they are required to provide a fitness for duty certificate to return to work, and the amount of leave that will count against their FMLA entitlement. If the requested leave doesn't qualify under FMLA, the employee must be notified in writing. Keeping all employees informed is an important responsibility of covered employers to make sure that nothing slips through the cracks.